bad like razor bumps.
Neutrogena, yeah.
It takes care of all of that. I'll tell
Meow.
you guys. I know we're live, so
Welcome to the CLicKbAIt Sports Show with the title CLicKbAIt Sports. I'm Brendan Purdy here with one Scooter Magruder. We got 5 points vids. We got urinating tree. And for the first time, we've got Packers fan as Jackson Dayville.
Put that on full screen. Full screen.
Full screen now.
Full screen. Please. Please. Full screen.
Yep. Oh, we did it at the same time.
can we get some W's in the chat immediately? W's
USA.
in the chat.
USA. USA.
Mr. Grossi, that leaves nothing to the imagination.
Oh no, buddy, this is all natural here. I don't know if you could tell. I drew on my own spots.
Are you wearing a cup, or is that just?
No, so it comes with padding. I'm sorry. I don't have,
that's a little
I
unfair.
don't have
That's,
like huge.
I'm gonna have to say that's
Trying
a
to-
performance enhancer.
You're
right
trying
there.
to invite me, man.
No, it
Come
comes
on.
with it. Look, it. All right, I'm
All right, yeah.
I
just
can't take
listen.
it off.
Hey, it's not that kind of show here, guys.
Yeah,
Those
I
cheese
didn't,
marks look as stinky as the Packers season this year, buddy.
Listen,
Oh
I couldn't
my
find a
God.
Jacksonville Jaguars helmet or like a mask, so I just went with something that's obviously from a sex shop.
I feel like I should see, like, I would run into you at like some type of Comic-Con of some kind. Just be like, oh, that's
Something went wrong if
that's
this
the
is my
guy.
costume at Comic-Con.
Yeah.
Something went very.
He likes
I
to
feel like I'd
dress
run
up.
into you
Very
at a
wrong.
sex dungeon.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You look like
Bring out the
somebody
gimp.
who was gonna split my drink with benzos at a rave. Yeah, you are that kind of dude. It's like, hey, buddy, do you want a drink?
Where
I'm
do we
gonna
get
take
the
it to the wild side.
Hey, you guys know where we can get any pills? Ask the guy in the yellow jumpsuit.
Hey, what's going on, guys? I got him.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, he's
What
got
it.
would your
Don't know
superpower be?
Jackson's
That's
got
what I'm
Martinez,
trying to figure
Julian,
out.
Weird take
Yeah.
on
Chat,
cosplaying the Riddler.
Leave a comment. What is Tom's superpower?
I just want to say, there is no one on God's green earth that can say that I don't follow through with punishments. Okay.
Yes.
Whether it's
Yes.
dancing as Kirk Cousins shirtless or whether it's freaking wearing this.
Oh, be
Just
careful.
saying.
There's
That's getting
children
clipped.
watching, dude. This is
That's
X-rated. We're getting
so
demonetized,
getting
buddy.
clipped.
To do it.
Yeah, it's worth
Brandon,
it. Worth it.
bring us back, reel us back in. What do we have
Yeah,
on the
reel us back
docket
in,
today?
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Border collie us up.
For anybody just tuning in, maybe for the first time ever,
Hey, guys.
Tom is
Welcome.
dressed as sorta the Jacksonville Jaguars mascot because that was a punishment he earned on this show. Every week, whoever gets the most super chats gets punished. And now Tom's paying the ultimate price with his dignity.
It's cold down here.
Today, look, it's December, second week of December football. It's this little lull, right?
Yeah.
Games are really important right now, but we don't know what's going to happen. We also got a whole bunch of quarterbacks playing that we didn't think would be playing. We've got quarterbacks who were supposed to be good, who haven't been good. We got quarterbacks like Jared Goff playing pretty damn good, and nobody's talking about it. So I figured we'd do a little stock report on the quarterbacks today and determine which quarterbacks are actually good or which quarterbacks actually suck. However you want to shake it out. We'll bring up the tier list, which I did not have time to create a fresh one. So we will just see how much quarterback has the position.
Are we just so to oversimplify, are we just tier making all the quarterbacks in the NFL that are currently starting?
Yeah, but we're determining whether they are good or not good.
Okay, so stonks are not stonks, basically.
Sure, something like
Oh,
that.
there you go. It's
Yeah.
pretty.
Oh, that's
Oh, fitted bomb.
There you
Oh,
go.
by the way, I have a really good punishment. A really, really good punishment.
So what you're saying is you would like people to donate to you? So
Donate
that
to
you will be
Adam.
punished?
No. Donate to somebody else
That's
so that
what
they
I-
can
these
be
people.
punished by my
Someone
creativity.
did went back. I've lost the most amount of times on
Oh,
this
of course,
show, and
because
it's
this
not
is
even
what they
close.
get for your money. They get stand up, turn. Can I get a pirouette?
Oh
Yes. That's what they get.
I know I've had a decent bit of punishments. I don't think I've had as many as Tom, but I'm happy for that.
Listen,
Am I getting
follow through,
canceled
damn
for
it.
that?
I
Am I
follow
getting
through.
canceled because I told him to stand up and turn around? Little.
Do you know how difficult it is to zipper this in the back? It is so difficult to do this by yourself.
Oh, dude.
I don't
You should have called Papa Grassi over. Like,
I'm
Dad,
not on
you-
vacation.
Oh, dude, 5. Remember when we wore male rompers
Yeah.
on stream?
Oh,
a
that was rough.
Let me call my father
was
and be
rough.
like, "Hey, Dad, can you come zip up my spandex suit so I could dress like a cat for the internet?" I'm
Yeah.
sure
Daddy,
that'll go
I'm
over real
having
well.
Trouble
It's
getting
like,
into
Tommy.
my cat suit for the day.
Honestly,
It's gonna
Tom.
be like that divorce is starting to make a lot more sense now.
Yeah.
Next step, Tom. Twitch bat streams.
First ever where it was the
Listen,
child's
Fitty for the
fault.
Kitty just had a new meaning. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Before we get to the quarterbacks, though,
Honestly,
figured we
that
should
should
bring
be
up
that should be your
something.
nickname for an escort service.
The-
Fitty for the kitty.
the football gods, they giveth and they taketh away.
We're taking
Mhm.
And boy, oh boy, did they
They
save
take it.
Scooter's ass this week when
Oh.
his Cowboys pulled out the victory over the Texans. Scooter, how scared were you thinking about what might happen if the Cowboys lost that game and
To
you
the
had do
worst
this show
team.
this week?
Well, let me begin by saying I was not afraid at any point in time. I knew from the beginning the Cowboys were going to come through. No, in all actuality, I was scared. Okay. I was
I thought that
scared.
was cap.
I was
Yes.
scared because I knew the Eagles fans were adamantly waiting. They had preloaded the tweets. The text messages were about to start incoming. My life was about to become worse. But in the waning moments of the fourth quarter, one Rain Dakota Prescott turned on the juice, led us back to victory. And because of that, we are still in possibly, we're still in we're still like able to get first place. I don't know how else to say it. Like we might still get first place in the NFC East. If the Eagles drop one game, we beat them Christmas Eve. So we'll see. But yes, I was scared. I don't know what the heck we were doing. And I said it. It was the Turpin muffed punt that literally opened up the floodgates of foolishness. At the time, I was watching with my girlfriend, and she said, "No, don't be mad at Turpin. Don't be mean to Turpin." I said, "No, this is what can happen off of a muffed punt. The Texans almost beat us." I digress.
Nah,
I will say
what
this, I'll end
what
with
bailed
this,
you
I'll end
out?
with this? Any
Okay.
given Sunday, any team can beat you. We've seen this. These are professional teams. I don't want to hear it. Eagles almost lost to some garbage teams as well. Good teams find a way to win, and that's what the Cowboys did. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it.
Look, what bailed you out was a goal line stand when the Texans were. Oh, there's a 100 bomb right there.
Oh God, no! Please,
the
God,
Texans
no.
were
No,
about to punch it in.
Keep going. Keep it going. What were you saying, Five?
Yes,
DeMarcus
the
Lawrence
Texans
came
were about
through.
to punch it in. They were up, I think, 23-20 or something like that at the time. And then they were forced to kick a field goal instead. And then that just blew it. And they allowed the Cowboys to come back. But the Texans had that game. It wasn't
They're on the
like
goal line again.
Oh, yeah.
yeah. The Texans had that game. But they were like, oh, wait, we're tanking for the number 1 overall pick. And then they realized what was going on. But a little exposure there that if you come hard at the Cowboys, you can beat them. And if you're not the Texans.
Yeah.
See, that's the thing, though. I don't even think it was any exposure. It's just like on any given week, anything can happen if you overlook teams. This was
I
a
don't
trap
know.
game. This
I
was a
don't
trap
know.
game.
Brandon, you were about to say something?
Yeah, what were you going to say, Brandon?
I was
Talk
going
to
to say,
me.
like, if you're a Cowboys fan, what you should
Yes.
feel good about is, like, Dak didn't have his best game, right? Not playing his best football for that game. But when the game was on the line, put together best drive of the game, the clutch drive. And, like, when you can do that as a quarterback, even if it is against the Texans, like, not only is that something that, like, builds confidence for your QB and your team, it's a little bit of one of those kind of momentum shifters, and you got your backs against the wall and you avoid disaster. So,
And it
maybe
would
they
have
won't do
been
that in the playoffs. Maybe
disastrous.
they
It
won't.
would have been disastrous had we lost that game. Here's the thing. Eagles fans are hypocritical because when the Eagles struggle and barely beat the Colts, it's because they're such a good team, right? When the Eagles struggle and are down to the Jaguars and they come back, it's because they're a good team. But if the Cowboys struggle and we come back, it's because we suck.
It's
Okay.
a little different though,
Okay.
because the Jaguars are actually good. Okay,
But
Colts.
not even there's so many teams
Listen,
the
the
Eagles have
Texans,
struggled against,
but
but they've come back and won, and they are praised for this. But now if we struggle one game, not multiple games, we struggle one game, we don't get that same praise.
yeah, but the Texans are so bad. They are like intentionally bad. That's the thing, is like you really, that should give you a little pause for the playoffs when you think that you let a very bad team hang around with you for 59 minutes. Okay. It wasn't like it was, all right, you took over in the fourth quarter and then you just kneeled out. 59 minutes. They was on y'all. Okay. I get it. You pulled it out. Nobody ever looks at a championship season and says, man, week 12 really had me scared. But I'd be a little worried. I mean, like a team like, say, Philadelphia or San Francisco, going to be really tough in the playoffs. You got to worry about them.
I'm not worried. The
Little
only
doubts.
thing I'm
You never
currently
worried.
about, the only thing I'm worried about is injuries right now. That's what we're just trying to get through the season with as few injuries as possible, because we already are missing Anthony Brown for the rest of the season. He's done. Okay.
Yeah.
And so now Diggs was almost injured in that game. So it's like now it's just make it to the end of the year healthy. And if we can do that, I don't care who we're playing. I don't care if we're playing Eagles in Philly. We have a chance of winning.
Yeah.
I don't care who we're playing in the NFC East. The Cowboys can beat them, which is why we are winning the Super Bowl this year. And when we do, the amount of content that will be produced will be wild. Just prepare. That's all I'm saying. Get ready now. I'm starting the Super Bowl edit.
I'm getting
right
ready.
now.
All right. I'm getting ready. But
Okay.
I'm stretching.
Next
All right,
question.
Brandon. Yes.
This is for the rest of us. It's for everybody, excluding Scooter.
That's fair.
Which one of our football teams is currently the most irrelevant?
Ooh.
I think the Packers are a loss away from truly being irrelevant.
Still relevant, baby.
Steelers are pretty much there too.
It is
One
sad.
more loss, and we end the Mike Tomlin narrative of him never having a losing season.
That's true.
The Giants are still in the playoffs, and it feels
yeah,
like
but
they're
if they lose this weekend, like it's done. Like there's no way they bounce back from that, because they got the Eagles one more time. I think they have the Vikings before the end of the year or something. I forget what's. I just know the Eagles are that's an L. Based
Y'all
on
can beat
what
the
just
Eagles.
happened.
Have faith in your team. They need.
Did you see the game? Did you watch
That
any of the
game was
game
bad.
on Sunday?
That game was bad.
That was
Yes.
over
Yeah.
from the kickoff. Like that
Just
was
give the ball to Saquon.
look, I've got bags underneath my eyes because I was just so fatigued watching that game, watching the Eagles just run over the Giants. Like it was so tiresome. Like I couldn't. I had to take a nap. It was bad. Anyways, the Giants are this weekend away from becoming irrelevant, which I mean, I think when you look at the Giants roster, Joe Shane probably looked at it and said, we don't even have a playoff roster anyways. So it might be more harmful than good. But as a fan, like you want to see your team in the playoffs. You want to get back to that relevance. But Tom, what about the Packers?
Wait, aren't we picking whose team is the least relevant?
Yes.
Oh, then I'm sorry, it's Brandon's because it's the Broncos. They're out of the playoffs already, so like no one cares anymore. Russell Wilson, like he got injured. Like they just don't. I mean, like the Giants are hanging around, but like they're in free fall. The Steelers and Packers are fighting for their lives, and then the Cowboys are almost losing to the Texans. So
I would argue that the Broncos are the most relevant when it comes to online content, because if you just make a video dunking on the Broncos, 1 out of 10 for sure. Just 1 out of 10. Just watch your channel views.
Did pretty well yesterday. Pretty solid.
That's what I'm just saying. Thank you, Denver, for all. Look at you, Brandon, with that smug look on his face, where he's had the worst season, but he knows that his
it's up in the
views
channel.
and subscribers.
Oh, dude, he's making that dough, man. People love the misery. As I said, days of our Steelers phenomenon.
The NFL's making that dough. The NFL's making.
Well, you're getting that growth, baby.
Yeah, growth is good.
It's growing like a Viagra that's lasted longer than.
Unlike him in 2nd grade, he's getting that growth.
My team is so relevant that Russell Wilson plays his heart out, gets a concussion, and he gets dunked on for getting a concussion. Like, I just see memes of him in head bandages, him half alive. It's like, what?
Dude, that was scary, though. That's legit. That look on his face when he was just sitting there.
You knew immediately.
I think he was talking directly with God, because he was just like.
So y'all don't think the Steelers are more irrelevant than the Broncos currently? Because at least everyone knows about Mr. Unlimited and Russell Wilson.
In a bad way, though. Because the Denver's locked into that shit.
Way.
The Steelers, at least, if they make the right moves, they can flip and do something okay next year. Denver is in deep shit.
Twice. He does it twice.
Whatever. I wasn't the first one that said it today.
We made it 17 minutes. What did I say?
Say the A word earlier? Or
ass is in the Bible.
Whatever. It is in the Bible.
Shit's in the Bible too.
What? No, it's not.
What?
Yes, it is.
Where is that? Yeah, what Bible are you reading?
You guys ever read Sodom and Gomorrah?
Yes, I know what that's about.
What verse that is. Let me know.
Yeah, it's like Jesus. He had the shit on the mount.
We're done.
Okay.
I would say
just
the
doubled down
Steelers
6 times now.
This feels like the least relevant the Steelers have been in like 20 years.
It's for the best. I mean, they've been irrelevant for a bit. They've just like been dragged for whatever.
When was the last losing season, and who was the quarterback?
It was like 2001, 2002, and I think it was Cordell Stewart.
Oh yeah, Slash.
We had a bunch of 8-8 records though, so it's deceiving.
Maybe Deion Sanders could get Cordell Stewart to come back to CU for one more season.
Yeah.
Cordell Stewart's one of those guys who I'd really like to see play in the modern NFL. I think his style would really adapt. I mean, you'd be allowed to move his feet.
He was Lamar before Lamar.
Yeah, he was prototype. He was like poor man's Randall Cunningham, but like he was trapped in like a pocket quarterback style that just did not fit him.
He was like Taysom Hill, though. Didn't he catch balls too?
Yeah, he was Slash. In his rookie year, he was a runner / receiver / quarterback, and he punted once too.
Bro, Cordell Stewart was raw. This man was goated back in the day.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, speaking of,
did you have your jersey, Scoots?
Yeah.
I do.
Yes.
Oh.
Ooh. Oh, where did you get that?
Where on earth?
This was actually from auctionofchampions.com. I was able to get this jersey. All you guys have to do, if you guys want to help us out here at CLicKbAIt SpoRTs, is go over to auctionofchampions.com, and when you sign up, let them know CLicKbAIt sent you. They've got a lot of great stuff over here.
Hello?
I actually got 2 signed CD Lamb jerseys. But yeah, they got a whole bunch of stuff. Not just for NFL too. They got a lot of signed memorabilia, a lot of signed merch.
Mike Tyson is in there.
Pretty reasonable, to be honest. So yeah, if you guys are looking for a last-minute Christmas present,
yes.
Is Hanukkah still going on?
Oh yeah.
I don't
know.
I'm
the last day of Hanukkah. Head over to auctionofchampions.com. They got a lot of good gear. It's official. It's signed. You get cards with it too, verifying.
Yes.
Like,
Okay.
making sure everything's clean and original. But yeah, head over to auctionofchampions.com if you guys would like to help us out.
Whoa.
Let them know CLicKbAIt sent you.
Did
Code
you just go to the
CLicKbAIt.
bathroom?
I'm thinking of potentially, because I do have 2 of these, I'm thinking of just giving this away to a subscriber or something like a giveaway. We'll see. We'll see.
Ooh.
Anything is
Kinky,
possible.
There you go. Yes. Yeah, I got a Saquon jersey. I got
Did
an
you-
Eli Manning poster. I need to get that framed.
Okay.
But anyways. Okay.
Okay. Are we gonna do stock up, stock down on these quarterbacks?
Stock X. Yes.
Yes.
Let's do it. All right,
Hold on. Good.
hold on.
Stock up.
Mm.
Sell.
Stock down.
Okay, let me
Stock
pull up the screen.
Stock
Hey,
down.
okay. Like I said, we do not have a fully updated QB list.
We'll just pretend that one is the
So,
other one.
We're gonna pretend that Trey Lance is actually Jimmy G, who is actually hurt, and is Brock Purdy.
Okay. And then that Carson Wentz is Taylor Heineken.
That is Taylor Heineken. Zach Wilson is actually Mike White.
Uh-huh. And
Mitch
Tom
Trubisky.
Brady.
They do got
we-
this Steelers fan must have made this because they got Trubisky and Pickett in here.
Yeah.
Hey, nothing
Can
wrong with
we
that.
get another category for bad stock down? Just in case we don't want to sell them. Like just one more in between.
Okay.
Just like FTX level stock, like just in the tank, like just
Yeah.
dead asset, dead capital, something. I don't know.
Stock down,
Investment speak.
stock down.
Stock down. Stock down.
Scooter
Oh
said
no, there's a
5
stock
minutes ago.
down. All right. The new has to be stock up.
Okay. That there we go.
I
There
can't,
we go.
can't wait for that one. Oh yeah.
Let's go. Are we gonna go in
Oh,
order?
Wait, just because we're eliminated first doesn't mean that bet's technically over.
Not yet, Berna, but it's coming, buddy. It's
Oh,
coming.
is it really coming?
Oh yeah, it's coming on. Okay,
Actually,
are we just
surprised
gonna
me.
go? Whoa,
Is that a
Femboy
Euro?
thighs.
Is that the
There
Euro
you
sign?
go.
What?
Ooh, femboy thighs. Uh-oh.
110
Wow.
euros. Wow. What if we got
Euros.
paid in churros?
Who
Would
we
you
who
accept
do we have
churros as
first on
payment?
the list?
Well, it depends what type of churros are we talking. Are we talking expired churros? Are we talking fresh churros?
Fresh churros.
Are we talking like in the New York bodega?
Tree's like, don't
talking
come at
those
me with
churros?
this churro talk if you ain't ready.
Yeah.
Oh, trust me. I mean, like, dude, I can put down some churros, especially with my size, and I'm kind of a fat Alec. I debated.
I like how you're trying to repair it now. Okay.
Yeah,
Justin Field, are we going to go around each of us and just pick a quarterback and then
Sure.
Let's
Let's
just-
do it that
All right.
way.
let's start with Tom.
Meow.
Tom, pick a
Justin
quarterback.
Fields, his stock is up.
Boom.
Boom.
Got him.
Easy.
Got him.
Got him.
Got him.
We put Justin Fields stock up. And I would
Mhm.
argue that maybe his stock rose more than any quarterback this entire season.
Yes, he
let's
went
just say-
from a penny stock to like a value. Like
Trevor Lawrence, I'd say
Yeah.
would be like on, like close, but yeah, no, I think Fields by definitely like took the biggest leap. And
Oh.
honestly, it was just the way that his team called plays around him.
Oh, yeah.
Like, oh wait,
they allowed him to use his feet.
yeah.
We need
You-
one more category. I was gonna say for injured because I feel like it's not fair.
No, we're only doing active QBs. So like we have to sub in whoever
Oh, okay.
is there.
Okay.
So Matthew
Okay.
Stafford is actually Baker Mayfield. Or
Yes.
is Baker Mayfield actually Baker Mayfield? I don't. Or is no, Baker Mayfield, Sam Darnold, Matthew Stafford's Baker Mayfield. That's what we're going with.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
We'll figure it
All
out.
right, so it's my turn. I will say Marcus Mariota is stock down. Like he's just proven over and over again that he's not going
Wouldn't he
to
sell?
be.
I'd sell
the
that.
guy.
And he's also injured too, right?
Yeah,
Oh,
he's
so who
on
is it
IR,
now?
out for the year. It's
Yeah, Desmond Ritter is starting.
Oh, it's Ritter?
This week.
Yeah.
Yep.
Ritter's starting against the Saints.
Then his stock is up just based off of unknown. So just I bring his stock up because you don't know what you're gonna get. But by next week it'll be like crypto. He'll be in the tank. So put put Mariota, aka Desmond Ridder, up to stock up for me.
So that's Ritter's. Desmond Ritter's stock is up.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. You know what?
We're just talking about value. That's all we're talking about.
Yeah. No, that's.
I'm gonna go with the same strategy 5 is using. It doesn't matter who you are. If you're the backup quarterback, Kyler Murray just went down. The backup is Colt McCoy. Just by default, you're the backup. Stock is up because it's an unknown. And so I'm very interested to see what this man does with a full start.
I disagree.
Plan, full week.
I think
I've always thought Colt McCoy was a good quarterback, just in a terrible situation, especially because he was with I don't even know what the name of the team was during that time, Washington. But yeah, I will take Colt McCoy. I think Colt McCoy has been a competent backup and could be a competent starter. Let's see how it plays out.
Safe stock backup. Okay.
Colt McCoy's stock is neither up or down.
Yeah, because I think with the Colt McCoy, you always know what you're gonna. He's like a can of Campbell's soup. Like you always know what you're gonna get, which is an average quarterback.
Yeah, maybe pay some dividends once a year. Relative traditional stock. It's like Heinz for a long time.
Yeah,
he's like that kind of stock.
All right, Brandon, you're up.
Ooh, my turn.
Yes, you're up to bat.
I'm gonna go with. Oh my gosh! Now the pressure's on.
Are we going in order, or are we just picking random?
No, I'm picking at random. Oh, I got one. I got an easy one.
Oh yeah.
Sell Tom Brady.
Plastic man.
Liquidate
Sell
that.
him. Sell. Stock way down. A clip emerged of Tom Brady yelling at everybody on the sideline, which is fine. I get you're trying to motivate your team, but if you're half of the problem, I want to see Tom Brady yelling at himself. And I mean that literally. I want to see him arguing with himself, telling himself that he sucks and he needs to play better in the moment. And then I would move him back to stock down. But personally, if I'm the Buccaneers and he wants out, gone.
How epic?
Bye.
How epic would it be if who's the number 1 receiver on Tampa?
Mike Evans.
Mike Evans. If he just got up in his face and is like, "Why don't you make better throws, bitch?"
Well, why don't you drop less passes, Mike?
Because his ball was bad, and he had time.
It was a 200.
I mean, I get that San Francisco is disruptive.
Oh, who is it?
No.
Who got Miguel Quintana's money?
Oh, thank God.
No, Scooter.
No.
Oh, the punishment that I have is going to be so good.
It's going to be bad.
Oh my gosh. Your money is going to be worth it when I drop this punishment.
No, it's not worth it.
Tree, who
anyways,
QB.
Brandon, real quick. I mean, so did you want him arguing like himself, like having a mirror on the sideline, or do you want like Gollum style? Like, what are you looking
Gollum
for? Gollum style. Okay.
My precious.
Yeah.
You don't have any friends.
For the bosses.
Oh,
Got it.
That was pretty good.
Yeah, you hit that.
I can't really do I can't really do it.
I'm just clearing my throat.
Yes, exactly.
Combine that with Tom.
I feel like Tom Brady. That's why his family doesn't like him. He just sits around yelling at people all the time. It's just like, come on. Losers don't sit in bed doing the text all day. Come on. That's what he does. But
losers don't sleep until 8:02, kid.
Yeah.
This is so difficult.
But I do have to say, just to piss a certain Brandon Perna off, I am putting Russell Wilson, Mr. Unlimited. He is riding all the way to the sell category.
Oh, yeah. He's getting sold.
It's going down.
Sold. Yeah.
I'm yelling unlimited.
Listen,
And
Brandon
Wilson's gone. Brett Rippon. Oh, he ain't doing anything.
Brandon.
Ripping it.
Unlimited.
His resurrection season in 2023 is going to be the biggest story.
Let me ask you one question, Brandon.
Biggest resurrection since JC.
I believe.
Bigger. Russell Wilson is bigger than Jesus. Heard it here
Oh,
We're done.
And he will be resurrecting his career in Arizona.
It worked for the Beatles.
Not me. Yes. Who is it?
Oh, it was me.
Not me.
Sorry.
Not me.
Brandon, I would ask you one question. If there was a way that you could get out from underneath his $250 million contract and Russell Wilson was not a Bronco next year, would you take that?
No, I'll ride with Russ.
Okay.
Let's ride.
Let's
All
put
right.
that
You know
on
why?
record.
The
It's
only
just
way,
year
hey,
one.
It's fine.
I would pay him if we could just get the draft pick back. If we could just get the draft pick back, I would take that. But
Well, you don't get trade the draft pick.
wow.
You get no Russell Wilson.
I'll take the money and the draft pick.
Chill.
I'll
That
pay
seems a
him
little
with the
unfair.
pick,
That seems
is
a
what
little
I'm saying.
unfair. Okay.
Seems
Tree, who's your
hypocritical.
QB?
Yeah.
Oh,
Who you-
no.
who
I
you
already
always
picked my
pick?
QB. I
No,
picked Russell
It was
Wilson.
Russell.
Oh, okay.
Wow. So it's back
now
to
it's
Tom.
on Tom.
Back to Tom.
Tom's tadpoles.
We gonna have a battle today, boys.
Honestly, I'm happy it's not me. I'm so happy. I'm
got
happy
a
it's
great
not me.
punishment.
Hey,
I've
I'm
got
happy.
a great punishment.
It could be. We got a whole 30 minutes left.
Okay, Tom,
Oh,
you're up.
happy.
You're on deck.
Is it my turn?
Yes,
You're on
your
deck,
turn.
Tom.
Oh my
No, he's
God.
at bat. On deck
All
means
right.
you're waiting.
You know
You're-
what?
In the batter's
At
box.
the moment, maybe not too spicy right now, but Tua stock down. Not sell, but stock down. I mean, he's had like back-to-back bad performances that against the Chargers, who have one of the worst defenses. It was ugly, and it was ugly quickly. So
Oh,
I'm not
yeah.
saying like he's terrible or anything like that. I don't want to like jump the gun there, but I'd say right now the stock is down.
Okay, Miguel. You need to cut it out, Miguel.
Please God,
Miguel.
please God.
This is the most interesting week, I think.
Yes.
As it for
And I don't like it.
Before the countdown, I will reveal what my punishment is, and that should spurn some more. Because
I'm already in a
so good.
Speedo. I'm already in one.
All right, whatever. You know what?
Should
They want to
auction
see
that
more of
Speedo.
you in the speed.
All right, it's for me. What are you doing now? Why do
It's
you
for
keep
me,
changing
Mario.
the board? What do we got now? Another tier?
Geno Smith.
I don't see
Geno
Geno
Smith?
Smith down here.
Oh, okay. He gets his own tier now.
They've
Yeah. That
they
is
left
weird.
Geno out of the QBs.
They're racist. Okay. But somehow Baker Mayfield is. Oh, wait. He was a Carolina Panther at that time. What a long season it's been. I will take Lamar Jackson, and his stock is falling, unfortunately. He's very good. He's going to get paid. They're still going to give him his money, but the last 2-3 weeks have been down for Lamar.
He hasn't
He'll
played.
bounce back. Yeah. He'll bounce back, but I think, isn't the backup in now, though?
Huntley's in. No, he hasn't
Huntley.
played. Lamar.
It's
Oh,
not,
okay.
not just Huntley. It could be Anthony Brown, who's their third
Okay,
string.
then put him back at stock safe.
Oh,
but-
oh no. Oh,
Oh
no.
yes.
No, no. Jeebus cross time.
These
Oh,
injuries
oh,
are
praise
confusing
Jesus.
me.
Hallelujah.
I know. That's why this is a tough game.
I forgot
so-
about Huntley, but yeah, just stave stock. No, well, then I waste my time. Scooter.
Josh Allen, look, there are about 3 QBs who I could see winning the MVP this year. Josh Allen's one of them. Depending on how these last couple of games play out, I feel like he could be MVP of the season. Pending what happens to Jalen Hurts these last couple games, pending what happens to Mahomes these last couple of games. So we'll just go with Josh Allen. He's a candidate, MVP candidate.
Can we document this? Scooter did not unleash a hot take at 5:39 on December 15th of 20.
Wow.
That is incredible.
That was actually a very sensible, logical take right there from Scooter.
Very rational take.
Yes, rational. Mhm.
These are all my takes. All of my takes are like,
Yes,
why are you guys
yes,
surprised about this?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Brandon, you're up next.
Yeah, you're
Who
on deck.
is your QB? If it is the only quarterback I would take over Russell Wilson is Gardner Minshew. Okay. I'm gonna go with let's see here. Dan Jones.
Oh, yeah.
Gotta
I thought you
sell
were just
Dan
going to hit him with a
Jones.
stock down, but okay. So
No,
Why are
I
you
mean
selling.
he's in his last year of his deal, right?
yeah, but
Yeah.
he's throwing to freaking Darius Slayton, the guy that has a 15% drop rate.
I don't
That
care.
means 1 out of
Wait.
5.
Anybody give
passes.
Russell Wilson that excuse?
We need
Nope.
to hear your reasoning on why you're selling Daniel
Anyone
Jones.
give Aaron Rodgers that excuse? Nope.
What is your reasoning on putting Daniel Jones in sell? Let's hear it.
Giants got to draft. They got to figure out the future. They need to. If Brian Dable can't fix you, nobody can.
That's the thing, though. He's starting caliber, but he's just like, he is what he is. I wouldn't call him like a total bust. He's just.
I didn't say bust. I said sell.
Yeah.
Okay.
Here's my thing, though.
They might franchise him and punt.
Who are you
punt.
getting?
I don't think they're going to
sell.
franchise. I think they're going to try and push for Lamar Jackson if there's a shot.
Oh yeah, if we get some Lamar Jackson, I'd be like, Dan.
Lamar Jackson, make a play for Geno Smith.
Right.
Derek
who else?
Carr.
Geno Smith.
Derek
They're
Carr
going
could be
to
available.
franchise this man next year. Bet on it. 75% chance, unless they're able to get a QB that they like in the draft.
To be honest with you, as I said,
To be fair,
if you don't bring
To be
Saquon
fair.
back, I don't know if they bring Daniel Jones back because that offense rides on Saquon.
That is true. I will.
I
agree
mean,
with that.
It's really hard to look at it and say if they go somewhere else and they just blossom and burn you, like how awful would that be? Like you'd be happy for them, and like you can look back at that and be like, oh, we didn't mess that up. So what? Mhm. Lord Taco.
No.
Hey, Lord Taco.
I like Daniel
Right.
Jones, man. I think he's an athletic QB who, if it's utilized properly,
of course you
could
love him,
cause
Scooter.
a lot of problems in
Yeah,
the league.
I don't think his football IQ is where, say an Eli Manning was. Like Eli did more with his brain than with his arm. Jones is the opposite. He does more with his athleticism than with his head. He makes some bad decisions out there.
But
So,
he needs to be
anyways.
put in a situation where his athleticism is used to his benefit. They still got this man dropping back like a normal QB, passing like a normal QB. He's not a normal QB. He is an athletic QB, and he needs to be utilized as such. Are you going to get that with New York play calling? I'm not so sure.
I don't know. He might be just a dark-haired Carson Wentz. Anyways, urinating tree.
Yes. Well,
Pick a QB.
I know for my QB, I know I'm going for a certain individual for the New York Jets. I'm not talking the MILF man. He's going to MILF Island to go and try and screw moms. But there is a real mother effer on the New York Jets, and his name is Mike White. And he is the truth. He is the promised land. He is a warrior. He got 3 ribs broken. He still went out there,
MVP.
and his reward was taking a
Stock
trip to
up.
the hospital. He is MVP caliber right now. He is a legend of legends, and I will hear no excuses. He could be like this, and he will still throw for 300 yards. So help me God.
I will agree with that on account that he was a former Dallas Cowboys draft pick. So I'm with you, Tree.
Yes.
One of the most courageous performances in a loss by a quarterback last week.
Mhm.
I'll give
Mhm.
Mike White that for sure.
Yeah. So yeah, just call him an MVP.
And if he can go this week against the Lions, that's going to be a fun game.
Yes, for the Lions. All right, Tom.
Jalen Hurts, MVP, easy.
Yep,
The guy can
easy.
run. The
Yep.
guy can
Yeah.
throw. Scooter, you
Yeah.
got to acknowledge him at some point. The
Yeah.
guy,
I've always acknowledged Jalen Hurts. I'll say this now. Jalen Hurts is an MVP candidate player. I like Jalen Hurts. I dislike the team that he plays for. These things happen in life. You have to learn to deal with them.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, but he's right now, like after Tua's performance and after Mahomes' performance against the Broncos, I think Jalen is the front runner right now for MVP. I mean, like the guy has shown like he can either run all over you like he did to the Packers. He can throw for 380 yards. I mean, like he's just such a dynamic threat and good QB. And they've surrounded him with a ton of talent. So like it's a perfect system for him. Like it's a perfect team for him. And
Yeah, and he doesn't have to do too much. He doesn't have to throw a ball in the air 50 yards.
I know,
saw-
but he can. Like that's the thing
He
too. Like
can, but like I mean,
I saw a tweet that said, I will never forgive you guys for trying to make Jalen Hurts into a receiver. Do you guys remember that? Like that was not that long ago. No one was thinking of Jalen Hurts even as a QB. So he's definitely come a long way.
yeah.
And
Are you
so,
talking to us or like
the
just
media.
the ether?
like the media, like the
Okay.
yeah.
Tom Brady on the
Yes.
sideline arguing with himself.
Yes, I'm gonna go with stock up for Trevor Lawrence
Yep.
for a
There you go.
number one.
Meow.
First of all, his first year doesn't even count because
Doesn't
Urban
count.
Meyer was his
Comeback
head
player of
coach.
the year.
Yeah, he's also the most improved comeback player of the year. And
Just because you had Urban Meyer.
yeah, stock up for Trevor Lawrence. Looked good against the Titans. So stock up for him.
I'm gonna go with the last MVP candidate. Put him up there. Mahomes, absolutely not. Like I said, depending on what happens, it's one of those three, excluding Mike White, will win MVP this year. So let's see how it plays out.
It's gonna be
You don't
really
think
funny
Micah Parsons.
when
I asked that. MVP is a QB award.
Yeah,
I'm not really sure if or when a defensive player will ever win this award again. Feels like they reserve that. The defensive player is just defensive player of the year, and that's as
Decoy.
close to
Mhm.
MVP as you'll get. Mike has kind of underperformed these last couple of games. He needs to have 6 sack games to end out the year. Then we can talk. But
6 sack games. What is
let's
he?
see what
OCU
happens.
Manura? Okay. All right.
All right.
Brandon.
Fitties.
I was just gonna say Jalen Hurts, really good chance to win MVP this year.
I think so too.
And the Eagles offense looks like the best in the league. But imagine how good the Eagles offense is going to be next year when they sign undrafted free agent Tony Pollard. Think about that, Scooter.
what would make you
Him
think we
with
would
Miles
allow
Sanders
Tony
and Boston
Pollard
Scott.
to leave our team?
Because you're paying Ezekiel
You have no
Elliott.
cap.
Do you know what the
20
franchise
Tony
tag
Pollard
is?
to the
God.
Eagles.
Yeah.
Called it. Another MVP candidate, Joe Burrow.
Yeah.
I don't think enough
Pretty
people talk
cool.
about Joey B.
Yeah,
Yep.
people are sleeping on Joey.
I agree.
Ice in his veins.
MVP.
Ice.
I think
in
so.
his
He's done
veins.
really well the past month.
I mean, he's carrying that team. You take Joe Burrow off of Cincinnati, they're a 1-win team.
I wouldn't say
One
that
win
bad.
team.
I'd say like 4.
Who's his
Let's see.
backup?
He's
And
second
Brendan
in
Allen.
touchdown passes right now, 27, just 9 picks, fewer than Mahomes, fewer than Josh Allen, higher completion percentage than both those guys. So he's sneaking in there.
They lost to the Browns.
No, they just
the
beat them.
Browns. They beat the Browns.
Week
Beat the
8.
Browns.
The
That
Bengals
was
beat
week
them.
8. This is week 15. They just beat the Browns. Bengals
beat 'em.
beat Browns.
Week 8, they lost.
Bengals, Browns.
And they lost to the Steelers.
Tree.
They lost to the Steelers because they didn't have a long snapper. If they had a long snapper, they would have won.
Are
That
you making excuses?
No, what I will say, one thing. I know we talk about Mother effing White, but there's another legend that is growing in our midst, and he's got balls of brass and steel.
Oh.
His name, and I'm going to say quietly to everyone in the chat,
Dak?
Big Cock Brock. Big Cock Brock.
We're done.
Big Cock Brock.
We're
He
definitely done.
had
Yeah.
the
I
legend
don't
of
think we'll be
legends. He
about that.
took Tom Brady to the retirement home. His stock is trending up. I want to see more before I put him in
Oh,
the
yeah.
MVP category, but really solid performance.
He's
I think he can
it's
help
going to
that team.
arbitration for sure.
Keep it simple.
after this
Don't
year.
make
Yeah.
any mistakes,
Mhm.
and he will go far.
I'm
he's
with
gonna
you.
get it.
Baby.
He's rated a 59 in Madden right now.
Mhm.
I'm with you on this one.
Boost
Trees.
that up. Boost that up to at least 70 for now.
75.
My gosh.
Yeah.
70. One game.
Yeah. Thomas.
It's my turn.
Thomas Gracias.
You know what? Stock up, Jared Goff.
Oh,
I mean,
you took my answer.
He's been playing real side. He played real well. Listen, the Vikings defense is atrocious. 5 straight games, letting up over 400 yards on offense. But Jared Goff, yeah, listen, like he has always been seen as like that transitional guy. Like I still think that Detroit might still go QB in the draft, considering with the Rams pick. But right now, Jared Goff has the potential to take them to the promised land with the playoffs. I am very curious to see how he plays against the Jets defense, though. That is going to be like kind of their big test because that's a huge game for both teams. They both need to win to kind of keep their playoff hopes alive. So right now, Jared Goff going up.
Okay.
Let's go. Victor Perna.
No, stop it.
Yes.
Listen, I've got a hot take here, guys. I'm going to say that Deshaun Watson is stock down. Okay? Listen, I know that I know that you guys think that he's an upstanding citizen in the community, and everyone likes him. He's had a great track record. No ever off-field incidents with Deshaun Watson ever. So, but his play, if you look at his play, speaking for himself, he's been atrocious in his first 2 games. Stock down, and really I would sell him, but you can't. He's like an albatross. Like you guaranteed $250 million. Can't do that. So stock down. Scooter.
Right,
let's go stock up. Justin Herbert. Look,
social media quarterback.
We saw. Oh yes, and shout out to the social media QB. We saw the head-to-head battle. We saw the results. Okay, Herbert greater than Tua. This was on a whole bunch of people's minds. A lot of Miami fans they were looking at this challenge, and the victor was Herbert. So stock up for Herbert.
I'm going to be honest with you. I think he should be an MVP because at that rate, he is the only reason the Chargers are relevant. He has been balling these past few weeks.
And he has no line. Like no
his
line.
No line is wrecked. Like his defense is atrocious.
The wide receivers have been out.
Ripping at Justin Herbert, but like his offensive playbook is nothing but screens to just Austin Eckler and curl routes. It's bad.
I say
he's the only reason they're relevant.
You know what? Let's move him up to Geno Smith level. Let's put him up Geno Smith.
Honestly, Justin Herbert.
A little sneak attack right there.
Like you put Justin Herbert on the Buccaneers right now, and they are looking
Super
so
Bowl
much like with Godwin and Evans. I mean, the O-line again, like that's the only issue there. But I mean, even just like the play calling, it's just there's so many things going wrong for Herbert, like that is out of his control. But he's still delivering.
I mean, we can't, but I would like to give credit to Austin Eckler there too, keeping the Chargers alive. Like, he doesn't have like a ton of rushing or receiving yards, but you combined them and he's got a ton of yards and touchdowns from scrimmage. So yeah, I could throw it to Austin Eckler as well. Okay. Next guy I want to do is Baker Mayfield, who started the season stock up, going to the Panthers, then went to backup, then stock down, then literally was traded, sell, and now after 1 game, stock is back up for Baker Mayfield.
Yeah.
Ooh.
It's like an old couch that surprisingly didn't smell. Like you picked it up and you're just like, I wonder if this thing's gonna smell, and it actually smelled like it was good.
It'll be interesting to see how he plays this week.
Yes, it will. Yes, it will.
I hate to do this because I really like Derek Carr as a QB. You got to sell him because, quite frankly, he had a ton of a game against the Rams. Like, I think this is his last year as a Raider. I think he gets traded.
Yeah, he's getting sold.
That's the problem. It's like, I like Derek Carr. I think he's not the main problem of the Raiders, but it's just to the point where it's like, okay, I think the Raiders want to go in a different direction.
I have no control.
Exactly. I think that's how it is.
Yep. That's fair.
Tommy Bahami.
Oh, God. Mac Jones trending down. His stock has to be down. I mean, Mac Jones has been listen, again, no O-line, but the offensive play calling is bad. So again, he's another one. Like it's not entirely his fault, but he also is not amazing. So I think it's just like a perfect storm of a terrible offense.
I saw somebody just say in the chat, Derek Carr cries too much. I
think that's emotion. I think, as I said, I like Derek Carr. I think it's just to the point where it's like, okay, I think the Raiders are going to move on.
I'm saying the Raiders won 3 in a row after he cried.
Yeah.
And then they lost. It's time for another one.
Yeah, he's got to have a good cathartic cry, like he watched a sad movie cry.
We need to see like all the variations of a cry too. It's got to be pure sadness, anger, joy.
Yeah.
And then just big reason I cry a lot of the time, confusion. Just utter confusion.
That's fair.
All right, I'm about to unleash the hottest take of this. I am going to sell Taylor Heineke. And the reason why is because no matter what he does, the Commanders do not believe in him. He went and led them to a playoff berth a couple years ago. Then they brought in Carson Wentz, and now he's the guy. And they don't even like Wentz is now active. They haven't really even declared Heineke as their guy. Like they've never bought it. Like I guess they're waiting for him to do it again. And if he goes out and wins, they'll still sell him. They'll still sell him. Like they have no faith in this man, and he continues to prove over and over again that he's the better option. But they're never going to make him a long-term solution. So
That's the thing. He's a better option right now over Wentz, but they just are not.
Yeah, they're never gonna be like, hey, guess what? Taylor Heineke's our guy, because the draft there'll be some quarterback in the draft that they think that is better than him.
I think he's a quality backup.
I'm with you, Five, and I want to be on record of saying I want to see what Sam Howell can do, like their third string quarterback, because just watching some film of this guy, he lit it up in preseason, he lit it up in some other practice and training camps. So sell Taylor Heineke, might get some more weapons for potentially a QB you already have on the roster. So
That's a good one. I would sell Dan Snyder.
If we're talking about sell, go ahead and put Aaron Rodgers up there. This man is coming back next year for $9,000 million. Listen, we are in the twilight of this man's career. I just don't see. He literally is coming back for so much money, and so to be doing that, and they don't have that much talent around for him to get the ball to. It just seems like it's time for a reset for the Packers, which they're not gonna get because he is gonna come back next year. So, Tom, I don't know how you feel about this, but feel free to weigh in.
I mean, he is still top 10 in touchdowns. I mean, the guy is obviously not playing as well he has the past 2 seasons where he won MVP. There's part of it I do disagree, though. Like, I'm very curious to see them on Monday because Romeo Doubs is going to be back. Christian Watson has kind of exploded onto the scene.
Yeah.
He's been playing real, real well. And listen, they got issues. I don't think that he is obviously not playing on the same level as he has been, but they're not going to sell him unless he retires. He's coming back for at least.
He could retire.
Yeah, he's either retiring or he's coming back for one more season. So
pornography. I just like saying that. I wasn't calling you.
Okay, give me Dak Prescott.
Sell him.
I mean, after this week, you could say stock down just a little bit, but
stock down on a game-winning drive?
Yeah,
against the Texans.
I don't want to hear it.
No, you look at him compared to Cooper Rush. Of course, he's stock up. You took him off. Well, actually, wasn't Cooper Rush 4-1 though?
Yeah, it was 4-1, and then you look at the scoring differential with Dak versus with.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair.
Almost lost to the Texans.
That's fair.
Tresif.
Ooh, well, I'm going to go with the old horse, Matt Ryan. Unfortunately, he's in the twilight of his career. He's a deep sell. Like he has the most fumbles, interceptions, the most like sacks. I mean, most of that's on his line too, but it's just like it's the end, and it's just it sucks. I like Matt Ryan. I mean, he should have a ring, but it's not working, and it's a shame.
Should have kneeled when they were up 28-3. They should have just kneeled. Need to have a ring.
Sell Davis Mills because he's another one. Like, doesn't matter how good he's going to play. They kind of gave him this year, and then they didn't. Then they brought him back for a hot second, but they're going to go after a franchise QB. The Texans need a lot of help, but franchise QB is very high on that list.
Yeah, I'd say he's safe as a backup moving forward. Like,
sure,
if you could have Davis Mills as your backup, I think you feel pretty good about that. But
Davis Mills. He's the kind of guy who's going to start a game in 2029, and we'll be like, oh, yeah, that guy's still in the league. He's that kind of player.
You know what I will say, though? I will say Jeff Driscoll stock up because he came in, and that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about the Giants need to do. They need to run the same packages that Jeff Driscoll was running. Those are what the Giants need to be doing with Daniel
The
Jones.
offensive coordinator for the Texans is so bad. It's so bad.
Just not when they're on the goal line. Oh, Pep Hamilton? I like
Yeah,
Pep.
Pep
I've
Hamilton's
got a
so bad.
Quarterback whisperer,
sneaky
Pep
stock
Hamilton.
up. I'm gonna put Sam Darnold in stock up.
Ooh.
They went out
Sure.
and he's had 2 decent starts in a row.
It's
He
the
went out
beard.
and beat a potential playoff team in Seattle. And this is a guy that was written like they were selling. Like everyone, the entire league 3 weeks ago would sell Sam Darnold. Like, oh, he's done. He's the only thing that he's ever contracted or done in this league is mono. So, but now he's playing. He could parlay this into maybe a starting gig or a solid backup. So I'm saying stock up on Sam Darnold.
Are you guys ready for the spiciest take thus
Yes.
far?
Yes.
Kirk Cousins
Uh-oh.
moved this man to the MVP
What?
category.
No.
Listen,
No.
So you put
Saying-
Kirk Cousins in MVP, but Justin
No.
Herbert in stock up. You should flip those two.
all
Cousins
I'm
is a
saying
stock
is,
up.
if we look at the records, 10-2.
Wins are not QB stats. They're
I'm
not.
just
They're
saying.
not.
I'm just saying. If you look at his stats, last game, 400 yards. This man was lighting it up. I'm just saying. Hey, look, it's either a Geno Smith or
Dude, okay, listen, stock up is fine, but MVP?
Yeah, stock. I think Kirk
Hold
Cousins
on.
is stock up.
I
Like,
need
he's
to
had a
call
decent
the.
year.
Yeah, I got to call the police. Another man is looking at Kirk Cousins' stats as a gauge for his ability.
Oh my god.
Mhm.
And his
You can look
stats
at the
aren't
stats
even
all
good.
you want with Kirk Cousins. Tell me how he is when the lights are bright. Tell me how he is when those lights are bright. All right,
Oh
Brandon.
my
Sorry, Tom.
God.
It had to be done. It had to be
Okay.
Actually, just put him up in the MVP to trigger people. Just put him over there.
done. Put him in the MVP.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, or
Somebody just
triggering
asked where
everybody
Brock
as is.
Purdy is.
Ooh.
Remember, guys, Brock
Oh,
Purdy is
my
actually Trey Lance because
Yeah.
we didn't
So,
have
like-
an updated list.
gosh. Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna go with
Oh, no.
old
Who did
Andy
Jimmy get?
Dalton.
Oh no, who
Ooh.
got the 500?
Time.
Oh
no.
no. Oh
It's not
no.
me. It's not me.
50?
Oh,
Thank
no.
God.
Somebody got 50?
No, somebody got a 500.
Wow.
No.
Seasons don't fear the reaper.
Jim.
Don't
We
fear
know
the
the sun
reaper.
will rain.
Jim.
Jimmy dropping a 500.
Oh
This
my
was-
gosh. That's a half a
Yeah.
rack.
Who got is that Perna?
that's serious.
Yes.
Right there.
Oh,
And
thank you,
listen,
Jimmy.
Wait till
Oh,
you find out what I've got.
5.
in
It
store
better
for
be
you.
What a
good. Your
legend.
punishment
So
better
good.
be good.
It'll
5.
be it will be good.
You've
Trust
hyped
Oh,
this
let's
up.
go.
I'm ready.
Let's
this up.
go.
Now you're actually making me scared though, because like I thought it was a good idea, but I haven't shared it with y'all.
Oh, let's go.
Andy Dalton. Sell. Next.
Well, I'll take the Steelers quarterbacks. There's technically 2 of them there. It depends who plays. If it's Kenny Pickett, stock's trending up. He's been relatively efficient with the football. He's been solid with his play. He's limited the turnovers. He's thrown some really nice balls. He's starting to see the field well. But if we're talking Mitch Trubisky, sell that shit. Sell that shit now.
All right, this is a record here. It's like Scooter's not even
Kissing
here.
the titties ain't good.
All right, close it
my
out, Tom.
gosh.
You got a
Oh,
kind
no,
of an
Ryan
easy
Tannehill's
one here.
stock down. Yeah, no, his stock.
Oh,
is
you
down.
wouldn't sell him? You wouldn't
that-
sell?
He's again, but that's the thing. What else do they have? I mean, they have. You go with Malik, but like he's not ready. I don't know what the hell they're doing.
But
Like,
here, just point blank, does Ryan Tannehill ever win you a Super Bowl?
No.
I think if he's
Trent
on
Dilfer
you know what?
can?
If he's on the 49ers, yes. If he is where Brock Purdy is right now, absolutely. Because I think if you put Jimmy G and him together, like they're similar quarterbacks.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think
think
Jimmy G makes better decisions. Like Tannehill he can't throw you into a win. Like he's just gonna
Tannehill's a
manage.
complimentary QB. He's the guy who does better when Derrick Henry is rumbling. So he can
But
just
again,
do
like
his thing
he
and let him
could
go.
do it. I think it's just like he needs to be on like with the right squad. He needs some receivers. You know, like there's a lot of things that he needs. But he's like a safe, usually solid quarterback. There's games where he's atrocious. Don't get me wrong, but I think if he's on like the 49er, I mean, then again, I think one of us could go on behind the center in the 49ers and do like moderately well. So, yeah.
All right. Well, we've done the tier maker, and it's time to do the countdown. But before we get to the countdown, this is my punishment: is that we have to watch your first YouTube video that you ever published, and the four of us will critique it as it is on screen.
Oh no!
And just flambe whoever the loser is watching their first ever published YouTube video, and just
I hope
watch
Pern is
the
a 3-hour
train
live stream.
that is. It has to be like under 10. Like we can stop it, like say after 5 minutes if it's really bad. But I think
I think mine's about 5-6 minutes.
Okay, so that would be
I don't think it's actually that bad. I don't think it's that bad. So
you don't think that's a bad punishment? Having your first effort.
It's gonna be rough.
It's gonna end up for all of us. That's probably what's gonna end up happening. It's BS.
I'm just saying.
Right.
Hey, I stand behind my first video. My first video is heat.
Mine is terrible.
That's right.
And nobody should ever have to watch it again. 5.
That's
Yep.
Right. 2019, 18, 17, 16, 15, 4. That's right, you needed Tommy to sing this some more. Oh yeah, I heard you guys screwed up this song real bad.
We did.
I heard it last week, it was pretty sad. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Because well, the problem is, and I'm gonna say this: you try to do the rhyme, but the beat in your ear kind of messes with your flow.
I would say you nailed that costume right
Not
there.
bad, Tom.
That's
Not
kind
bad.
of good.
Yeah. Little.
That's
Can we get a zoom in on
the
that?
stars
Hold
and
on.
stripes are on
Can we-
different sides.
Can
Interesting.
we get a little? Look at that! I got $118. Thank you, everyone who
I'm
contributed.
sitting at $244.69. Let's go.
$300.77. I lost. Thank you.
Oh yes, Brad. Oh, I think it's Tom.
It's not even close.
577.60.
What do you have?
577.60.
Okay.
Thanks, Jim.
I have $1,200.
Oh, dude, we better watch at least 3 of these vids.
Yeah. We're gonna have to watch some real. We're gonna have to find more than just your first video.
We're gonna have to watch the first porno that he edited as a freelancer.
My fear. My fear is that we would see my first video and you guys would be like, somehow you got worse over somehow
it's
you
possible.
peaked at episode 1.
Isn't Sam in that video? Sam Comroe?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. So I did not know coming into when I created the punishment that it would be you, but that's a good one because I think I remember watching your first video and I was like, wow, you actually have come along. I would never say that your first video is bad, but
yeah.
It's gonna be
you were
fun
probably
to break
thinking
it
me
down.
with that punishment. I know exactly what you were thinking.
Your video was what was your first video?
My
Trevor?
first video was like a while ago. It's archived on a different channel. Like it's just it's weird.
Oh, is it the
And it was
Last
bad.
Stand?
No, it's a different one. It's
I got a documentary that I made in college. It's hot fire. I'll stand by my first.
Really?
Video.
Wow, you started out the gate actually good. You're rare. What about you, Tom? What was your first video?
It's like the first football one was the Packers fan reaction to the Seahawks championship.
But what's
game.
the first
The
video? Like your
one
first
was when
upload?
when I was doing stand up and a spotlight fell on an audience member while I was hosting.
What the hell?
And I
I'm
was
about to
just
go.
like, okay, and I just kept rolling with it. Like,
Oh, all right. Well,
Did they die? Like, were they good?
no, it just hit
Oh,
him
okay.
with the shoulder. It's fine. It's fine. All right,
Is that
what do we
doing
got
next
coming out,
week?
folks?
We're gonna roast my first video.
yes, that's it. That's your punishment. Like you're
Oh,
gonna
cool.
get
That is
roasted
the
for
easiest-
$1,200.
Listen,
Yeah.
that is the easiest punishment for that amount
Yeah,
of money.
Purdy, I wouldn't say that that's
Merry
too bad,
Christmas.
okay?
Yeah.
No,
Christmas.
if I can remember what I think is like my actual worst video, I'll find that.
Yeah,
out.
we can do that too.
I'll find that as well.
My video, my first video is my
All I'm saying.
worst video. Oh, you know what you should do? Also, is just sort on the lowest views in studio and pick that one, like your lowest viewed video ever. should also be broken down,
Interesting.
because that could be one that you did a year ago or something. You never know. All right, I got a video on the Rubber Bowl coming out, the abandoned stadium in Ohio.
The Rubbing Bowl.
The Rubber
So
Bowl.
I got some travels coming. Is this a travel video on the way? Some more YouTube shorts. We're getting into YouTube shorts now with the girlfriend. Be on the lookout.
Drake.
Well, I released sports ball yesterday. I've got to figure out my next course of attack. I might do a Broncos vid. I might do a fail montage of the NFL this year. I don't know.
Perna?
I posted a Jared Goff tribute today, so check it.
Do it. Put out a Packers Rams roast tonight. I'm gonna be streaming Thursday Night Football with the one and only Kurt Benkert. That's right. Gonna be getting that QB analysis live, baby. So that'll be a lot of fun. And listen, fundraiser Saturday. Let's get it. 8 hours.
Oh yeah, the charity stream for Tom on Saturday. Well, see you guys there.
4 p.m.
Oh, yeah.
Eastern. Let's go. That's right.